magic of your kiss is holding you like this. It's ecstasy. The love that you have given makes this life I'm living ecstasy. So kiss me, dear May. Kiss me once again. Come on, take me by the hand. Lead me to the land of ecstasy. It's a glorious song. It's a beautiful, beautiful song.
Yeah. I mean, when you played it that night at Merseycats with me, you were saying you hadn't played it for years and years and years.
Not sung it for years, no. Well, not in Liverpool, not on Merseyside. That was one of the unluckiest. You see,
that should have been a huge hit.
Well, you don't know the history of it, do you?
No.
Ecstasy. Well, I recorded. I went to a recording studio sent by the Star Club Hamburg to a college or university. I think it was in Hamburg, Harburg, or Harburg, Hamburg. Big university, college, and we were told to go there. They had a recording studio, so I went with the band, and we went in and we found our way into a great hall, and we're looking for people. There was a stage with the curtains drawn, and we were calling out and nobody answered us, so we went backstage. We went behind the curtains, and there was all kinds of gear similar to this room at the moment, not drums and everything, but microphone stands, etc, etc, and a cabin for the vocalist and different, and it was set up for recording. And we're calling out, you know, hello, 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 and then a voice came over the speaker and said, oh, hello, Herr Curtis. And I said, oh, good morning, how are you there? And at this stage, it was another early part of my career in Germany. I didn't speak much German at that stage. And where are you? We are underneath in the keller, we are down in the cellar. And we said, oh, we can, no, stay there. I send somebody up. So they sent someone up and they started rigging up all the gear and setting up all the equipment, guitar here, bass there, drums over there, and I said, yep, okay, rhythm guitar there. And then he said, okay, we're just doing it, give me a bit of guitar, have a bit of bass, have a bit of this, and I did a little check. And he said, right, could you try something from your repertoire, please, Lee? And I said, yeah, sure, okay. So I said, what do you want to do, fellas? You know, there's one of them, just what you want to do. And we did something, and he said, okay, could we try something else? And we tried something else. And we're just, like we are here, messing about, blah, 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 you know, very, very schwack, as they say in German, very loose and hanging. Endings weren't good, beginnings weren't good, and not taking too much care of the vocal and what have you. And this went on for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Try something else. You want to do a ballad? You want to try a slow song? And so Ecstasy was in there, Shot of Rhythm and Blues was in there, great song, lovely song. And he said, okay, you want to come down and have a listen now? And we said, yeah, sure, okay. I thought this is good, an hour and a half just for a sound check, and we went down and he played it back to us, and I was saying to the lads, got to pick up on that there, fellas. I said the starts and I said the vocal backing and what have you, you know, we've got to tighten up on everything now, you know. So we said, okay, can we do this? And we do, we're finished. I said, what? He said, we're finished now. I said, what do you mean you're finished? I said, we haven't even started. And that was it. We couldn't do any more. They had it in the can, and out of it they produced an LP called Star Club Show number 3, with me on it and the boys, and off it they lifted Ecstasy and Shot of Rhythm and Blues on the other side, and it was like a double A side. It was, you know, it was great. But the one that really latched on with the German people was Ecstasy. They loved it. I still, when I go to Germany now, 40 years later, I can't leave the stage unless I've sung Ecstasy. But my brother at home, Joseph, brother Joe, I sent copies home to my family and mother and what have you of it, because I liked it. I was quite happy with Ecstasy, and they sent a copy to, of all the places, would you believe, Radio Caroline.
Wow.
They sent a copy to Radio Caroline.
Can I just say for our American friends, Radio Caroline was a pirate station.
They made a movie about it.
They've recently made a movie about it.
The boat that rocked.
The boat that rocked, that's right, and it was all about these guys who got a boat in the middle of the North Sea. It was near the island, wasn't it?
North Sea, yeah.
And they started playing records.
It was in the channel, wasn't it?
And it was the beginning of rock music, because the BBC said we can't have this, and that's when Radio 1 arrived. Sorry, you carry on. That's just a bit of background for our American friends.
And so it was played on Radio Caroline. They loved it. It was getting played about 3 times a day, and it was voted Record of the Week on Radio Caroline. The thing was, unfortunately, you couldn't buy it because they had one of only about 6 copies. It was not on sale in Great Britain. And Brian Epstein, who at the time his family still owned Nems Enterprises, which was the North End music stores and the biggest record shop in Merseyside, contacted my brother Joe and said to him, "Where do I get this recording of your brother, Lee?" He said, "Because we're being inundated with requests of people wanting to buy it and we don't know where to get it." And my brother contacted me in England, in Germany, excuse me. He contacted me in Germany, and I contacted Philips, told them of the situation, because Philips was the outlet for Star Club Records, Philips Star Club, and they contacted Philips in London, and they sent the master copy across. But this had all taken 2, 3, 4 weeks. And by the time they were ready to do any pressing, it had died. It was just no longer Record of the Week. People weren't looking for it and asking for it. And consequently, they didn't print it and didn't publish it. And Ecstasy was hard lines, Lee. Once more a slap in the face. Missed it. Like It's Only Make Believe, like I Believe I Wanted to Record a Decca, got turned down. Money, I wanted to record a Decca, got turned down, but Byrne Elliott and the Fenmen had it as a big hit. There was another one, Brian Poole and the Tremolos did one, he was a Decca. And it just seemed that everything that we presented to Decca with a choice or a thought of recording, they knocked us back, put someone else on Decca recording. And it was a bit of...
There's a lot of resentment with Liverpool bands though, because we broke...
Well, the thing was, the unfortunate side for me, kid, is I never had any resentment with anybody in my life. I just enjoyed living, I enjoyed what I was doing. I still love singing, I enjoy getting on a stage. There's no feeling like getting on a stage with a really good band and having a full repertoire of songs. I mean, the bands in Germany...
Parties all over the place.
The band I work with in Germany, there's about 4 of them I can work with in Germany. And I can do about 2 solid hours with any of them, you know. And I always feel that, once again, with this here, Merseybeat and Merseycats and the soundstage and getting on the stage, they've not seen anything of me for years that I can do. I'd love to have a band that I could go and have a month's bloody rehearsal with. I get off. I mean, I've got a list of songs in my
There's a band there,
case here, you know.
We got a band, we can get your band.
Lift them out and say, you know, there's about 2 hours that I can do on the stage.
You've got the best band in England here today.
Well, absolutely wonderful. You know,
listen, I've got to ask you this question.
Yes. But I'd like to go and perform in front of an audience doing the songs that I like. You know, I love doing The Wonder of You, and I love doing Jezebel, and I love doing The Wedding, and I love doing Ecstasy, and, you know, and them things. But they never, and people ask me, they said, do Jezebel, Lee? And I said, sorry, can't. I said, why not? I said, because the band can't play it. The band can't play it, you know. And I said, what do you mean the band can't play it? I said, they're all great musicians, they're wonderful. But Jezebel is a showpiece thing. It is it's an arrangement. It's got to be done. It's got to be done.
You coming in here now, Brian?
Come on, get out.
We got to cut it short, folks. But because Brian's doing his sax now on the
Sex to Sex,
the Mathew Street Protest Song. So
hello,
hello, playmates.
Hello, Cave.
Do the glasses.
Hello, Cave.
Do the glasses, Brian.
Hey!
Hello, playmates.